Hello guys, my name is NaToSaphiX, and today we have another video, and this time it is the second day of Pick'em. Now, it is really close to being 10, we're talking like really close, and the reasoning being that I went to bed pretty late, being pretty fucking frustrated with how we played yesterday on HLTV, and when I went to bed, I was thinking, hey, what the fuck, I, like, you know, I need to do the fucking pick'em, so I need to get up before 10, which it is at Danish time. Don't know what it is for you guys. But anyway, I barely made it, and now we're here, and I'm gonna be picking the teams. But if I sound a bit tired, if I sound a bit blah blah blah, that's why. But I still want to get this video out, and it's not like I don't like doing this video, I'm just a bit tired. So I hope that makes sense and that you find that okay. But anyway, for today's first matchup, we've got Cloud9 versus Vexed Gaming. Now, Vexed put up a very good fight versus Fnatic yesterday, but I, for some reason, think that Cloud9 will win this. I think this will probably be one of the closest matchups of day 2. So, I mean, this could be either, in my opinion, and I think it might not be a close game, but as far as odds go, I think this should be pretty 50-50 in my opinion. Now the second game, I didn't like how Mousesports played versus G2. I felt like they made a lot of mistakes. And even though Flipside didn't get a good result versus TSM, they did have moments of brilliance, and therefore I am going to be plotting in Flipside tactics, hoping that they will beat Mousesports. I'd much rather see Mousesports get through onto the quarterfinals, but it sounds unlikely and seems unlikely, and therefore I've decided to pick Flipside Tactics. Now, in the third matchup of the day, we've got Team Liquid versus Ninjas in Pajamas, and NIP, I don't think they've ever gone out in groups, I'm pretty sure actually. It would have been, well, they've been to every single final except for one, and I'm pretty sure they made it to the quarterfinals last time. I'd be very surprised if they didn't, simply because I would be very surprised that I couldn't remember that, but I think it's unlikely that they'll go out in groups, and even though Team Liquid played well versus Virtus.pro, I also feel that Virtus.pro were making a lot of mistakes, a lot of stupid mistakes. Like, they lost a lot of clutch rounds to Elige, which, you know, Elige had some pretty fucking huge displays of skill, but, like, putting that just aside for a moment here, I still think the Virtus.pro kind of fucked themselves up, and as soon as the overtime came, Virtus.pro just took over, I feel. So, I've decided to go with NIP simply because I think they are a better team than Liquid. I think if Liquid wanted to actually have a shot at getting out of groups, I think they had to beat Virtus.pro yesterday, and they did not. So, I think NIP is going to take this one. But it could also, like, I wouldn't say it's a close game. Like, I could see NIP just absolutely wrecking Team Liquid, but as far as, you know, performance yesterday goes, I would say that it is a pretty close game actually, which is pretty weird, as I feel like the difference in skill between these two teams are just so huge. Now, Counterlogic Gaming, Team Dignitas, COG are not bad, but I hope Team Dignitas win. They are Danish, and I want them to succeed. I'm going to make that pick. AC was on fire versus Envious yesterday. I think he got like 18 kills in 12 rounds on the T side of Cobble. And if he could just step up again, that would be absolutely amazing. But it's also the case that if AC steps up and the other players also play their game, then I think they're going to win. I think the reason why the other players couldn't really step up was because everything just happened so fast, and Envious was just a different beast. But COG are not as good as Envious, and I think most people know that. But I hope that Pimp will deliver some tasty AWP frags. He usually is really good at playing the AWP. I actually didn't think he would be, but he seems to be doing a pretty decent job in my opinion. And yeah, if AC just plays his game, I could imagine that Team Dignitas will win over Counterlogic Gaming, and that's what I'm hoping. So, yeah. But this one is also pretty hard in my opinion. Now, the next one shouldn't be so hard, but then again could be. I'm going to just pick Fnatic, because Fnatic should, in all fairness, be better than Luminosity Gaming, and it did seem like, you know, even though they came behind versus Vex Gaming, they, like, in terms of experience, they are just levels ahead. And the same with Luminosity Gaming. Like, they are a really good team, and in a best of one, they might be able to beat Fnatic, but my odds are still going to be highest on Fnatic, and therefore I'm going to go with them. Now, there's no way in hell I'm picking a team that's not Team Solar Mid, so I'm picking Team Solar Mid, and I think they're also far better than G2. Like, looking at the teams that TSM have gone against here, it's Flipside Tactics. They're not a bad team, don't get me wrong, but they're not tier 1 currently, like they might have been for a short span of time. But right now, they are definitely not tier 1. So they meet a tier 2 team, and G2 is probably also a tier 2 team. I mean, they're at least not tier 1 material. And so Team Solar Mid have just had a really easy way so far, and I love it. I fucking love it, bro. More of that. Now, in the Virtus.pro Titan matchup, this is a hard one because Titan beat NIP, which a lot of people find surprising. I didn't find it to be too surprising. But then again, you know, Virtus.pro, I don't know, like Titan, they seem to be really, really good, but I still think that the Virtus Plow is going to just run them over. I don't think they kid around against a team like Titan. They might have almost dropped the map to Liquid, or well, dropped the kind of best of one series there. But I still think that they will beat Titan. Titan needs to be really, really good to actually win this matchup. And for the last one, it's going to be a hell of a match. Team Envious versus Na'Vi. And Na'Vi, I think they pretty comfortably beat... No, they actually won 16-12 versus COG, so it's actually pretty close, if I remember correctly. I'm going to go with Team Envious, though. I would much rather see Na'Vi win this matchup, simply because Envious are kind of like the kryptonite of TSM. But... I think it's unlikely, and therefore I have picked Team Envious. But I hope you have enjoyed this video and this pick'em, boys. Please do like and comment and subscribe if you haven't already. NaToSaphiX, and I'll see you in the next video.